Welcome. Good morning, afternoon, good night, whatever time you're performing this in the day. Appreciate you for being here. Today we're going to talk about our feet. Warning label, if you get grossed out by feet, don't watch the video because you're going to see my piggies. So just listen to the video then. But we're talking about feet and how important it is, the relationship between the ground and our feet every time we strike the ground. Today we're just going to need a lacrosse ball as well as our hands to do a little manipulation with our feet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our lacrosse ball, take a seat on the ground, or you could do this standing. I'm going to do it from a half kneeling position. So I'm going to get into a lunge position. I'm going to set a timer for 30 seconds. We're going to massage the bottom of our foot with the lacrosse ball, okay? Not too much weight. Again, this could be extremely sensitive tissue for some of you guys if you have plantar fasciitis or something like that, especially in that case. But do not flex your toes up. Try to keep the fascia on the bottom of your foot relaxed. The fascia just kind of runs from like where your heel is all the way down towards your toes. It's just like a thick band of tissue. It gets really, really tight from wearing wrong shoes, giving us too much support, not letting our feet work. Okay, that was 30 seconds. Again, just kind of making left to right circles, going forward, backward. The tissue on the bottom of our foot gets so tight because of the shoes that we wear and kind of how our feet even strike the ground. If you don't have proper mechanics of gait, like of how your feet move throughout walking, or maybe from your hips and your knees collapse in and then your ankle rolls in, all these things are going to affect the structure of your foot. Some people have more flat foot genetics, right? You're just born with flatter feet, which is then going to affect the kinetic chain of things going on. What we're trying to do today is we're just trying to focus on giving our feet a little love, and again, loosening up the fascia, providing blood flow, increasing fluid dynamics. Okay, 30 seconds there. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to physically use our hands to massage the bottom of my feet. So we're going to move that off to the side. We're going to spend 30 seconds per side now. So I just take one foot, I cross my legs, whatever's comfortable for you. And now I'm going to physically massage the bottom of my feet, working more toward my toes now. Maybe I separate my toes, I kind of massage in my toes, pull them apart. Again, shoes that we wear today, they cramp our feet together. They have really narrow toe boxes. And because of that, we get narrow feet. And again, as we start to change our gait and lose balance and stability in our lower extremities because we now are walking on skis instead of having these nice big bases of support. Okay, there's 30 again. Let's do the other side. Cross the leg. This position might be really uncomfortable for some people. As my nieces call it, crisscross applesauce. That's the way we say it. We don't say Indian style anymore. Because you don't have hip external rotation. So if this is really uncomfortable, again, have your leg out in front of you. But just feel around throughout your foot. So again, spreading those toes apart. When we're done with this, we're going to kind of work some of the tissue. You can flex your toes back to you. Just play around, find what's feels good, or if you find sensitive tissue, work on that. Okay, so there's another 30. Okay, next up, I want us to work the bottom of our foot. We're going to do 15 repetitions per side. So I'm in a lunge position. All I'm going to think about doing is gripping the ground and curling it to me. Now, if you have a towel or something to put on the ground, you can actually curl the towel and roll it up to you. But again, I'm just going to think of gripping the ground. I curl my toes, and I'm just doing this as hard as I can. And every time I do this, you'll notice I create more of an arch, and I feel the bottom of my foot working. So again, 15 repetitions here. With this yoga mat, I can kind of grab it and try to pull it into me, which is helpful. I recommend this if you have a yoga mat at home. We're going to do this 15 times on each foot. And then hopefully this is just a nice slow thing that you can start your day with, and at least it puts you in the awareness of smaller aspects of your body and how we move. Some things that we're definitely overthinking throughout the day. We got a lot on our plate. I know it's a little overwhelming sometimes to think about our fitness and our health too, and over time it kind of cascades out of control. So today, again, this is something super easy. We're now just focusing on our feet. 10, 5 more for me. And then pay attention to the differences side by side. My right foot, I feel the tissue activating more than my left foot. I know my right side, I have a little bit less. Good, okay, we're gonna move on. I have trouble firing my glute and my foot rolls in a little more, so maybe it's something related there. The last Final thing that we're gonna do here now is we're gonna do a little bit of toe cars or controlled articular rotations, but when it comes to cars for our toes, it's pretty much just us trying to connect the neuromuscular pathway, right, of our brain and our toe. And all I'm gonna try to do is, while having my foot on the floor, I'm gonna try to pick up my big toe only off the ground. I can fit my finger under there now. My other toes are kind of digging into the ground. I don't really want that then, but then I relax, and I'm gonna do 10 repetitions of just picking up this big toe. Now for some of you, you might just stare at your foot and nothing's gonna happen, and you're gonna wonder, like, is this possible? But again, if we haven't fired the tissue and again connected the pathway of information, that highway might be jammed because we've never cleaned it up or tried to use it and send these messages. And this might be really, really challenging. But again, take your time, really focus intently looking at your foot, right? That's 6 there for me. I feel the bottom of my foot working a ton right now, trying to lift my toe up while the others stay, you know, relatively passive, but I know I'm kind of digging them into the ground. Again, I don't practice this stuff as much as I should, so I'm excited to do this with you guys. 2 more. We want to make sure we're not rolling our ankle either way. If you want to speed this up, you can do both toes at the same time or both feet at the same time. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to try to dig my big toe down, and I'm going to lift my other toes up. And again, this might feel so odd. You might not get much movement. One thing you can do is you can assist the toes up and then try to hold them there. Put them down, assist them up, then lift off your finger, hold them there. Whatever works for you right now. Good. I struggle on this left foot trying to lift these toes up. And good. Okay. Switching sides. Again, you can just do this from a seat. You don't have to do it from the positioning that I'm in right now. Big toe only up. A lot easier for me on this side. Again, hold that top position for a few seconds. As we get older, the ability to manipulate, or at least the structure of our foot being, what's the word terminology I want to use here? Let me edit that. Next side, let's go ahead and do this foot. Same concept, dig those small toes down, big toe comes all the way up. Good, 10 again. As we get older, it's so important that our feet manipulate the way that they should. By that I mean we have adequate toe flexion, our ankle range of motion is as it should be, we have adequate stability in that joint, because our risk of falling dramatically increases if we're not able to strike the ground correctly and, again, have the balance and the strength in our feet that we really need. It just takes one curb one day, rolling our ankle, something, we slip, we fall, we break our hip. That's going to dramatically impact the longevity of our life as well as the quality of our life. So again, working with our feet and staying focused here. Good. Okay, next I'm going to pick up just the toes. Oops. Yep, big toe stays down, other toes come up. So again, I know this might seem silly, but this is just, again, a nice slow start to the day. And this is just a great way for you to learn something new about yourself. Maybe you learned you can't pick up your toes, right? You can't connect those dots together from your brain to the musculature in your foot. So maybe it's just eye-opening in the potential of your body, and this gets you excited for, the future things to come from this. Almost there. Oh, wrong one. Big toe I don't want. I want the little guys. One for good luck. And good. And there you have it, everybody. So there's a little bit of foot health today. See, I didn't put my foot in the camera or anything. It wasn't that weird. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep taking care of your feet. And I look forward to seeing you at the next one of these. Be good. Have a great day.